Rasul Douglas, Brandon Bean, you did it again, buddy. I cannot wait to see him in a Buffalo Bills uniform. Unbelievable talent here, showing up across the stat line. That's what we've been talking about, bringing in another corner here. We all know Sean McDermott's eye for talent at that cornerback position. Rasul Douglas at only 28 years old. A lot of people thinking it was going to be Jalen Johnson. Some people thinking it'd be a familiar face with Levi Wallace. But it is Green Bay Packers, Rasul Douglas coming to Bills Mafia, solidifying things in that cornerback position. And he's a veteran. He's been in the league for an awfully long time, just as long as Trey White. And I think that's a player that we have clearly missed here is Trey White. Rasul Douglas is going to shore things up for the 2023 Buffalo Bills. And the future, this is a big-time move. This is a big-time move. This is a win-now move by Brandon Bean. We're going to do it. We're going to do it, Bills Mafia. This is absolutely huge. I'm so hyped up. Big-time corner, veteran presence. I think he spent some time with the Philadelphia Eagles early in his career, but this is big. I can't wait to see Rasul Douglas in a Buffalo Bills uniform. I had a feeling that Brandon Bean was going to be making a trade here, and the news just broke. I don't think anything's been declared yet as to what we gave up, but I'm sure Brandon Bean has a knack at finding guys at reasonable rates, always trying to find that fair market value. He just does such a great job, Brandon Bean. And Sean McDermott, obviously this defense, losing Trey White, losing Matt Milano, losing Daquan Jones, those are some big-time losses. We need some more game-changing plays. Christian Benford, limited game starts because of his injury last year too. Really has only started in 12 games. Dane Jackson, limited game starts too, like 25 game starts. But Rasul Douglas, been in the league just as long as Trey White. I mean, he's up there in game starts. He's got a lot of talent. Green Bay Packers, they're kind of in a rebuild mode there with Jordan Love and some other moving pieces moving around. So I really am loving this move. I think this is a big-time move. You take a look at the stats. Rasul Douglas has around 15 career interceptions. He's averaging multiple interceptions per year since entering the league. And that was my flack on Jalen Johnson, who only has 3 career interceptions. And I think this is huge. This is absolutely huge. Game-changing plays, giving more opportunities to Josh Allen and this Buffalo Bills offense to run up that score, to allow this pass rush to get to opposing quarterbacks. We know the recipe to win with this Buffalo Bills team. It's to get up by a couple of possessions, let this defense tee off, this defensive line with Leonard Floyd, Ed Oliver, Von Miller getting back to himself, even AJ Epinesa completely balling out here. The Buffalo Bills defense has definitely been walking wounded the past several weeks, and I think we have a lot of depth on the defensive line too. Poona Ford, Eli Inku, who we just brought back, Jordan Phillips. We have guys that are supposed to be stepping up in place of Daquan Jones, even Tim Settle too. And I think this is a great move. Linebacker as well, Terrell Bernard, and mixing in with Tyrell Dotson, who actually started last week. Dotson did an excellent job in Matt Milano's spot, who was competing for that middle linebacker position. But now we got TB, Terrell Bernard, and Tyrell Dotson out there with Dorian Williams backing them up. And I hope you guys saw my game film study review. I'll link it above. But Jordan Poyer, refreshed as a linebacker in the dime package. And we saw Jordan Poyer lined up in the middle, right at the line of scrimmage, on the far right, on the far left, playing off, playing up close and personal in that linebacker spot. There are a lot of moves that Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills are making to make this defense top-notch for 2023, in addition to Rasul Douglas coming here to the Buffalo Bills. I love it. We had a feeling it could have been a cornerback, and sure enough, it is a cornerback here. The Bills did bring in a running back, but free agent Leonard Floyd. This all boils back to Deion Dawkins' restructuring of that contract. I think the writing was on the wall. It was clear as day that Brandon Bean was going to be making a move or a couple moves here, and sure enough, Leonard Floyd on offense, Rasul Douglas on defense. This is absolutely dynamite for Bills Mafia. So how quick can he transition to this Buffalo Bills team. And I know defenses are pretty much the same in the NFL, whether you play zone or man, cover 2, cover 4, quarters, like whatever it is, it's really pretty much the same. And with his veteran leadership, I think he's just going to be able to get on the field right away. You know, Josh Norman was also brought in here, but really has only played special teams. This is big. This is very big, and I think he's going to have an easy transition to this Buffalo Bills defense under Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott's eye for talent at that cornerback position. He knows which cornerbacks are going to excel in his scheme, and I actually personally got to ask Sean McDermott a question about the most important skill set at the cornerback or DB position, and he flat out said it's their transition step to the football. You know, how fast they could break on that football, and it makes sense in his scheme. Knowing that we call a lot of zone, their eyes are kind of on the quarterback, they're on the wide receiver, they read the play, they put their foot in the ground, they have that fast, elite transition step to the football, they fly around and make plays, whether it's forced fumbles, interceptions, even tackles. Rasul Douglas puts his face right in the freaking thick of things. I can't wait to see this go down. Now, understanding that Rasul Douglas is going to be competing now with Dane Jackson, he's going to be competing with Christian Benford. And for me, I think he's probably going to be taking place of Christian Benford's spot. But we got to just see what's going to happen here. Every cornerback has their preference, whether they like playing on the left side, on the right side. Some of them can play both. But I think this is just absolutely huge. Bringing in an additional corner here. The Bills have their eyes set on a freaking Super Bowl run for 2023. And who knows, maybe we get Matt Milano back later in the year. Maybe we get Daquan Jones back later in the year. And, you know, Trey White, we have to look for the future here too. Like Trey White, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with Trey White? You know, how is he going to transition from this injury? It's likely he's not going to be starting the season in 2024. So the Bills definitely had to make some moves here for a player. Can't wait to see the news come out to see how much we gave up for him, or maybe a player too. Maybe it was Elam in some draft picks. Who knows what the trade conditions are. But this is huge. I think Rasul Douglas completely fits this team. You know, I think he even has a relationship with some players on this team. You know, Micah Hyde coming from Green Bay, transitioning to the Buffalo Bills. And I just love this move. I absolutely love this move. The writing was on the wall with this contract. Get hyped up, Bills Mafia. How fast do you think Rasul Douglas is going to see the field? Is it going to be this coming week, Sunday night versus the Cincinnati Bengals? I can't wait. I'm hyped up. Hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.